Welcome to our immersion into Numbers chapter 29. This fascinating text serves as a detailed liturgical calendar outlining the immense sacrifices required during the autumn festivals. It provides a profound blueprint for how an organization wakes up, humbles itself, and sustains massive celebration. The autumn cycle begins on the first day of the 7th month with the Festival of Trumpets. It is a profound call to gather and cease ordinary work. A massive transition into a new operational season requires an undeniable, jarring signal, a trumpet blast, to disrupt routine, forcing the team to halt standard operations and completely realign for the new phase. The text explicitly notes that these special sacrifices are brought in addition to the regular daily and monthly offerings. Launching a major new initiative does not excuse you from your baseline operational duties. Exceptional high-level efforts must be stacked securely on top of the mundane daily disciplines, not used as an excuse to replace them. 10 days later is the Day of Atonement, featuring a strict requirement. The people must go entirely without food and fast to humble themselves. To repair fundamental systemic brokenness, an organization must sometimes undergo a total operational fast, intentionally starving the team of its usual productivity to force a raw, deeply humbling assessment of reality. On this day, a male goat is sacrificed as a sin offering in addition to the specific sin offering of atonement. Deep organizational trauma requires multiple redundant layers of intervention. A single sweeping apology is never enough to cure systemic failure. It requires a dedicated, continuous purging process to restore trust and right relationship. Just 5 days later begins the joyous, week-long Festival of Shelters. On the first day alone, the sheer scale is astounding. 13 young bulls, 2 rams, and 14 lambs. True corporate celebration demands massive investment. When a huge harvest is achieved, leadership must immediately reinvest an aggressively large portion of that yield back into the community's culture to validate the effort. Remarkably, the bull sacrifices follow a specific descending pattern: 13, 12, 11, dropping daily down to 7. A sustainable celebration must be structured as a controlled deceleration. Gradually decreasing the massive initial expenditure prevents sudden burnout, while gently guiding the team back toward their normal operational rhythm. As the week concludes, the 8th day is proclaimed a holy assembly. The scale of sacrifices pulls back significantly to just 1 young bull, mirroring the solemnity of the month's beginning. After a period of massive excess and celebration, an organization needs a definitive, solemn closing ceremony to firmly reset the baseline expectations before standard daily work resumes. The text carefully notes that these extensive autumn sacrifices were entirely mandatory, strictly in addition to any voluntary offerings. An organization's foundational culture cannot rely on the sporadic, voluntary goodwill of its employees. The core cultural rhythms must be rigorously structured and completely mandatory for the community to survive. Through this meticulous schedule, Moses ensured the Israelites maintained a constant, dedicated rhythm before their Creator. This leaves us with 2 important questions today. First, when repairing broken trust in your team, do you offer a single apology, or do you enact a multi-layered fast to humble the system? And second, do you structure your celebrations with a descending pattern to prevent team burnout? Take a moment, breathe, and let them sink in.